Hey, what's going on, guys? Just a quick short stream. Probably gonna be like 2-3 hours like yesterday. Yeah, I'm gonna be rolling for a Shuten. It's gonna be off stream though. AS4, what's going on? Hey, Agrium, welcome back in. Just came back to farm a little bit of this, and then get ready for the next hunting quest that should be in here in a minute now. One last heart. Stream the roll. Nah, there's not really much of a point. I just want MP3 Shuten and that's it. There. Got one final run and that's where I'll call it for this. Black Grail Drake, yep. Hey, Dr. Luby. Welcome to the stream. We're just here for a little bit, maybe a couple of hours. Any quick tips on Rashomon? So basically it'll be a raid style event. You've got this thing called the damage point ladder where you climb the ladder basically based on how much damage you do to a banana Oni. And that's how you clear it. Rerun's gonna be a lot easier than last year's because last year during the original run of it, the only way to make your counts point is if you actually survive the battle or you beat Ibaraki straight out. If you didn't do either, if you actually failed the mission, or if you failed the quest, then you wouldn't have any of your damage points counted. This time around, though, you will have your points counted no matter what, so you don't have to worry about losing at all now this time. So it's a bit easier in that sense. It's also way easier now because we have a lot more options. Last year we didn't have that many options for big damage dealers. A year later, that's kind of changed. So this year should be a lot easier. In any case, see who your big damage dealer is for let's see, just here crystals. See who your big damage dealer is in your account, and try to prepare them if you can. Also keep in mind that Ibaraki's class rotates, not Ibaraki herself, but the hands that she comes with, because when you fight her, you're not just fighting her, you also fight against like two hands, these two giant hands that she comes along with, and they drop you. They're the ones that drop you the actual chop currency. Not Ibaraki herself, I don't think. Maybe she does, I don't remember. But the hands are mainly what drop you the currency, I believe. That and the first wave of Onis that show up that you basically use to charge up your MPs before going into the Rashomon fight, I think. So be mindful of that. The hands change class every so often. Ibaraki herself is always going to be a berserker, but her hands change class, like saber, archer. I think they pretty much rotate, don't they? So keep that in mind. Okay, let's get started on Lunugos. What's the teams for this again? How many max BGs? Just one. You only really need one. Having any more is unnecessary. How many Bond 10 servants do I have? Last time I counted, it was like, I don't know, 70, 80. Still working on the others. Thanks for the raid, Fino. I was only planning to stream for a few hours, but thanks for the raid anyway. I saw you were streaming all day today. Wasn't able to tune in because busy with other stuff and grinding other gacha games while watching a lot of other streams. Thanks for the raid, man. Welcome all you Fino viewers. Hope you all had a great time memeing along in his stream. I'm sure y'all had a fantastic time. And a rider cookie straight off the bat. This stream is gonna be great. Alright, how many Lanuga do I need? Who even needs them? Is the more important question. Narrowcast, alright, so I need 37 more. I have to prepare accordingly. I see that Farmville hasn't updated their support lists yet. Is grinding hearts? Hey, that's what's up. Grind those hearts. Everybody's got to grind those hearts. Fino's stream was actually technical difficulties of stream. Oh, that's great, cause my stream is technical difficulties 2 Electric Boogaloo. So as soon as I say that, watch for my stream to crash because of my dying processor within the next 30 minutes. But anyways, hope y'all had a great time in both his stream, and hopefully you'll do the same for mine. Hopefully. Thanks for a video on Gorill's front yard. Hey, that's the video that I was spending like the past week on, basically not getting any sleep whatsoever. Part of the reason why I've only done like a 3-hour stream last night, and it's probably gonna be the same for tonight because that fucking video has got me fucking weak. God damn it, Jack. I think that video took me like 2 weeks to make. Yeah, cause I have to write the fucking script for that thing, and it was 30 pages long. So that was not the most fun experience. Then I had to record it all. Getting shivers all over again. Thank God that video is done. Next banner that I'll roll, Cats in like what? Tomorrow? Tomorrow's Cats' raid up, isn't it? So I'll probably stream that, considering I'm already gonna be streaming a little bit of a hunting quests anyway. So Fino's stream died like 5 times. Yeah. Scuffed Streams the Scuffed Streams Club. We should make you know how some streamers make their channels a part of or be parts of like Twitch groups. Like after you know how in the stream title it says underneath the stream title it says category and then the game that they're playing, and then after that it shows what group they're a part of. I don't know what they're really for, but I guess that's cool anyway. We should make our own little group called the Scuffed FGO Streams Group. Yeah, I'll barbecue. I almost called you Albuquerque again. So how's it going, man? Go roll on Orion raid up. No, thank you. She's already MP5. I'm already traumatized by all the Orions I got a year and a half ago, back when the OGs would know this, but back when I rolled on Media Lily from Media Lily out of Story Gacha, after I finished Okeanos, yeah, I immediately after that Media Lily came up on Raid Up with Okeanos Part 2. Hey, there's a load to go. And so I roll on that naturally. I only ended up getting one Media Lily, and I think I ended up with like 3 or 4 Orions. And this was after I wailed pretty hard for Orion in the beginning too. Cause here's how it went. Here's how it went. So rewind like a year and a half, right? So Moonfest comes out. I'm starting to develop my collector EX whale tendencies by this point. So I'm like, oh god, Orion's a an SSR. Like, oh, I should roll on this. And then I do some research. I'm like, oh, but Artemis is gonna be permanent when Okeanos comes out. So I'm like, and, you know, logically speaking, I should wait for Okeanos to come out, and then I can roll for her, and not really have to worry about her, because, you know, she's gonna be part of permanent raid up, so she'll probably spook me in the future. And then a week into the event, I'm like, my fingers are sweaty, my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms spaghetti, you know that meme. And I'm like, dude, I gotta fucking roll. I gotta fucking roll. So a week into the event, I snapped and I rolled, and I ended up dumping like what, 700, 800 cores before I found a single Artemis. So I was like, yeah, that was painful, but at least I got one Artemis. And then Okeanos Part 2 comes out, and then Artemis comes back 3 more times, and only got one Media Lily out of it. Great! Alright, that worked better. That worked a lot better. That fiasco, yep. That video is still up on my channel. Whereas SOA's guide for what? Are you talking about the Rashomon one? Or not the Rashomon one, the Neurofest one? I've got the Neurofest one. If you're not talking about that one though, I don't know which one you're talking about. Neurofest one? Alright. Let me see if I can bring it up. Link that I just posted to both my chats. That's a guide made by Saber of Avalon, who's been kind enough to work on 3-turn setups for this year's Neurofest. So now you really have no excuse of not preparing for it, if you're serious about farming it. When will Summer one rerun start? So it's either, more than likely, it's going to be. Let me try MP2. I don't think MP2 MHX, double MP2 MHX will quite cut it, but we'll see. But anyways, let's see. What was the question again? Oh, right. It's probably gonna start after anniversary. However, uh, there may be a chance that we get it actually right before. Actually, no, wait, that doesn't make sense. So we'll probably get it after anniversary. More than likely, Agartha will be our final big content update before anniversary, and then we'll go into anniversary with Anime Expo, and once that's done, then we'll get into the summer events. The power of whale connections. Hey man, didn't they teach you in school that it's not what you know but who you know? Somebody should have taught you that. Otherwise, your teachers are dumbasses for not teaching you that. You should have at least somebody tell you that, right? Seems like you're gonna have to get Summer Mordred. Yeah, she's kind of on a lot of people's radars at the moment, admittedly. After a year of watching other people farm with Summer Mordred and seeing how memey she can get. They taught us that whales are endangered. Not this kind. How about being hella antisocial and staying in the back rooms? I was that kid back in school. I was that kid, and then I grew a pair once I got into college. It's okay though. It's just the phase, even if you don't like to admit it. I will go for MP5 soda. Probably. Either that or I'll stagger it if it gets really bad. Hey, can I get at least MP3 Summer Raiko with 150 quartz and 25 tickets in this year's raid up? I don't know. It took me 660 Saint Quartz to get one copy of Demia back during his first raid up with Shinjuku Part 2. So, I don't know. Can you? Sarcasm aside, it's entirely luck. You might not. Basically, it comes down to, do you feel lucky, punk? Hopefully, I didn't ruin your rolling mood once Summer Raiko comes around. I never feel lucky. Now you are starting to feel like a true whale, Kevin. Would Cheeky work fine? You would have to need buffs for that. Basically, the basic farming strat for this is bring an AoE archer, preferably at least a 4-star, because when you're at least a 4-star, even Niantic, who's got a pretty shit attack rating, can still wipe the floor with these guys with the super scope, just to make it easier on yourself. So preferably a 4-star AoE archer. There's a lot of those, and two assassins, 2 single target assassins of your choice. Cheek is a good option, obviously. And then bring another one. You'll more than likely need buffs for them though, so just keep that in mind. It doesn't matter which order I do them in. Or Stella. That works too. Problem is, not many free-to-play people have super scopes like you, Toho. Yeah, but that's just an excuse to not farm. You don't need a super scope to farm. It'll just take you longer. There are plenty of CEs in the game right now that give you starting charge. Oh man, we just got a double Unugo drop. Oh fuck. Exactly what I need. You've got your Dragon's Meridian. You've got your what is it? Your Golden Sumos. Your Holy Night Dinners. You've got your baby scopes. The imaginary element or whatever that 4-star C is called. You've got plenty of options. You don't have to have a super scope. Hell, Shiki's got a battery charge, 30%. Give her that with give her limit broken imaginary element. Boom. Basically got a super. You basically got a scope. The people who tell you, the people who say, "Oh, but we don't have super scopes like you whales do," are the people who don't farm, or at least they don't put in the effort. Because if they did, they wouldn't be wasting their time on someone else's live stream complaining about how they don't have whale shit, and instead be using that same time to go farm the shit that they want. Follow my logic? Anyways. And there's nothing that says you can't bring along another support, right? How's the farming going? It's actually going pretty well. We already got like what, 3 Lanugo? I'm trying to farm Lanugo right now. A little bit. Just slap support waiver. This bad boy can fit so many farming memes in it. Got him. We're talking about fast farm. Well, I don't really talk about fast farm with like you guys as my target audience. I know that most of you can't do this shit. Like, yeah, I can talk about it, but I don't direct that towards you guys and expect you guys to do the same thing. Like, that's unreasonable. Ah, shit, I didn't buff this MHX, I don't think. Actually, will she still be able to kill it? Well, we're about to find out. Oh, yeah, she's okay. Did that Manticore just drop 3 boxes? One of them is probably going to be a Rider Gem, isn't it? Oh no, it's actually a double Lanuga. Okay, so this guy can actually drop 3 items. That's cool. That's hella cool. So one of them's a gem, and the other 2 are the other 2 can be Lanugo, I guess. That's cool. Wonder if it can drop 3. I don't think so, Vanero, because yesterday yesterday's hunting quest with the demons, the middle demon could drop you 2 items, but the box on the left, if the middle demon yesterday in yesterday's hunting quest dropped you 2 boxes, the one on the left, if it was a gold box, it would always be a caster gem, whereas the gold box on the right would always be a heart. So whenever you got a double drop from the middle demon, you knew immediately that you got a gem or a cookie and a heart. Here, because the Manticore dude drops you 3 boxes and I got a double Lanugo from one of them, I'm guessing that how it'll be is the box all the way to the left is going to be your gem slot, whereas gem or your XP slot, whereas the other 2 boxes can be Lanugo. I don't know if the middle box and the box to the right are guaranteed Lanugo, but they can be, clearly, so. There's also plenty of free-to-play based farming stuff. Yeah, Hong's a good example. He doesn't make videos often, but he's got videos on how to 3-turn farm stuff, even as a free-to-play, with shit that you should have as a free-to-play. Because if you don't have that shit, what the actual hell are you even doing? Let's see. Shiki does a good job. Yeah. Shiki does a great job. Hey, free MP5 has 4-star assassin with the 30% charge. It can also drop nothing. Yes, that's very true. That's definitely very true. Are you gonna roll for more quartz? More quartz? You mean kets? Yeah, later. Damn. Attribute disadvantage is a bitch and a half for KH, huh? Just a quick pointer for you guys. King of Sun is actually not that hot for this. I only brought him because my support list didn't have anyone else better. Like that, he didn't drop me anything. But yeah, for those of you guys who are like, oh man, it's a single target rider boss. Let's bring King of Sun. He actually doesn't do as much damage as you might think, because he has attribute disadvantage. So he's doing 10% less damage automatically every time he hits the Manticore dude. So that's why you're seeing me use Jack and MHX for the most part. What's his YouTube? I can actually bring it up for you. Link I'm posting it in chat is a link to Hong's YouTube channel. He's got videos showing people how to 3-turn farm shit with free-to-play stuff. So, in case you're one of those people whining that you like, oh, I don't have super scope, how can I farm this? There's one of your answers. Not efficient. Yes. All right, DJ Max, get some sleep if you're too tired. I was going to go to sleep early today myself too, or tonight, because I'm very tired myself, even if I'm not showing it. Got a slight headache at the moment. Who's stronger, Raikou Lancer or Lalter? For farming, probably Lalter, because she's got an AoE MP, and she's very strong at that. Strongest mana burst skill in the game, tied with Jailter, in fact, amazingly enough. But Raikou Lancer is a very good boss killer, because she's probably one of the most busted 4-stars in the game, because she has a slightly weaker mana burst, but it's targetable. She has the same skill that she does as she has the same crit star gather skill that her berserker self has, and she has a crit buff for herself on top of it, so that's great. And yeah, and she also has her own charisma, which is fantastic. So you pair her with Merlin, and she fucking rips people a new one. So, Raikou Lancer for single target stuff, boss killing and all that, and Lalter for like AoE farming stuff. And he just posted a video for this node. Good guy Hong. Yep, exactly. I'd use Carmilla every if you didn't have to watch her caster animations anytime. Yorokobe Shonen. She's getting her animations this year. With Halloween, I think, right? Chat, chat, verify this. This is why I have you guys, chat. Confirm for me if Carmilla gets her animations this year. I think she should, right? Because I remember her getting them with Halloween, where Osaka Hime debuted. Excuse me. Yeah. Also, the Maniverse is for 3 turns and it removes debuffs. Ayy. Worthy trade any time or any day of the week. Too bad summer servants aren't an option for the free ticket. Yeah, free tickets only include permanent and story. Or technically, I think their technical wording is you can only select permanent servants to choose from, and the game considers story logged servants permanent because technically you can roll them at any time from story. So therefore they are permanent. Oops. So just limiteds are the ones that you can't roll for. Do you know 3-star servants increase death rate or increase enemy death rate? 3-star servants that increases death rate. Jeez. That's a bit hard to look for. Other than Serenity, you could take a look at some of the the other 3-star assassins. The 3-star assassins in this game aren't that hot though. That's the problem. That's the only issue. Because they have to have skills for it. Not all of them have insta-kill. Not all of them have insta-kill stuff. Do you have Shiki? Because technically Shiki has Assassin Shiki's first skill is a death resist debuff. Her first skill, Mystic Eyes. Mystic Eyes is a death debuff resist down, so she can actually help with that. In fact, if you're planning to run Serenity, you should probably bring Shiki along with it because her first skill applies for her own both for her own insta kill and Serenity. It's gonna be pretty tough trying to insta kill the Manticore dude because he is a large size boss, quote unquote, or like at least mid size boss. So it's gonna be pretty hard. It's gonna be pretty hard trying to insta kill him, but. Hey, like I predicted, my computer did crash for a moment there, so... Hey, called it! Now, where's my SSR? Kiara, where are you? Anyways. Sorry about that. But yeah, Assassin Shiki should probably be Serenity's best friend in that case. Yikes, that's a little bit too hard for my tastes at the moment. F, yeah. Computer crashed. Or processor crashed for a quick moment there. Would Melt be any good in this? Not really, unless you have like MP5 Melt, and even then, she's not going to be that great. Remember that Melt as an alter ego only has, what is it? Oops, wrong skill. She only has, what, 50% extra damage, so she's not going to be good at all here. You're better off bringing like a lower MP level single target assassin, because they'll do way more damage. Or at least they should. It's called Hydra Dagger. Yeah, I mean the only problem with that though, Nup Nup, is the fact that you're not giving him a CE that gives him starting charge. So that's the only thing bad about it, really. Works most of the time, actually. Oh, that's actually good to know. Actually, I'm kind of curious about that. Let me try rocking Shiki and Serenity together, because now that you mention, my interest is peaked a little bit. So let's just bring this along. So for this one, we're actually gonna bring Stella here. So let's see. We'll bring Assassin Shiki. Where's Shiki? Um, you know what? Now, the only question is, do I have enough QP for this? Nope, I'm a million off. Alright, chat, give me one moment. We're about to do a QP run. Rare footage of Tuhu Sniper 98 actually farming for QP. Rare moment. Rare footage. Rare footage, boys. Where's my QP team? I know I had it set up here somewhere. Not there it is. Rare moment, rare footage of a whale actually farming QP. Things that you will never find a whale saying on stream, episode number 1. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta farm for QP real quick. Chacha is a fucking potato. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm a million QP off giving Shiki a lore here real quick. That should be enough, yeah. Alrighty, boys. Hey, 700k QP. Hey. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to see you. How does that song go again? Serenity. Let me check Serenity's skills here real quick. Alright. So basically only your third skill really matters. Is the only one that matters. In fact, bringing a third single target assassin might not be bad for this, to be completely honest. Because we are trying to use only a 2-star or not a 2-star, a 3-star and a 4-star. Given the fact that, or that being said, Shiki is MP5 and she does a ton of damage. Let's see. All right, let's bring in. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Let's see, do that and. Let's try that. See how far it can get. I told you to hold off on those melt skills. Apparently I didn't listen. Hey Nightmare, what's going on, man? Alright, so here is where we must meme. Let's see, both of their overcharges increase yeah, increased death. The question is, whose MP overcharges have a higher chance of death debuff or insta kill? Whoops. Wiki, save me. Shiki has a 110%. And Serenity only has 70. So we'll do this. Yeah, that missed. Kind of to be expected. That missed too. She did do 200k damage though, but yeah, that still didn't kill. Is the seed drop rate good? I don't think so. I don't remember getting a lot of seeds, but I could be wrong. How many hearts did I get? I don't know, like 50, 60, even 70 maybe. Hey Super Neo dude, how's it going, man? Doing well tonight. Doing well. We'll run this a couple more times. See if we can get any sort of consistency out of this. Try to CCC one. Yeah, good point. I'll use that next turn. I forgot that's a thing now because it's our most recent one. It's gonna take me a while to remember that we actually have that now. How's your login streak? It's pretty good. I've had it ever since I started the game, so it's pretty good. Well, Serenity just insta-kill that, so it's at least semi-consistent. Where's my living go? So there you have it. It's at least doable. Let's run it a few more times. Try 100 faces if death isn't working with you. Yeah. What are we farming? Lanugo. I just need like 30 more of them. As soon as I say, oh, the seed drop rate doesn't seem to be that great, I got a double seed drop right there. Let me check that both of them were actually seed drops. One of them is a fucking red gem. I hate the fact I can't be the only one who hates the fact that gold boxes can give you red gems, right? That fucking triggers me off the face of the planet. Are there any good Lanugo farms in the future besides this one? Christmas. This Christmas, the main lottery farming node that you want to be at has a Manticore enemy in it on wave 2. So just by nature of you farming a whole bunch on that node for the Christmas lottery, you're probably going to get a lot of Lanugo along the way with it. So that's where I'm saving most of my Lanugo farming, and just kind of going light on this one. All I want is like 30 Lanugo. I'll save the rest for, like, you know, stuff you can get from shop and for Christmas later on this year. Alright, so do that, and then use her third skill, and we should be good to go. How's your login streak? I've had it ever since the beginning of the game, or at least the beginning when I started. So that time it didn't work. At least be a gold gem? Yeah, I know, right? Have you missed any master missions? Nope, none that I can think of. I've done all the master missions we've ever had. Because if I go to shop and go to exchange Syncorpse fragments, you'll notice that I have none. Actually, here's a better example of this. So you know where it says how many Saint Quartz you have? If you have any Saint Quartz fragments, you'll have them like somewhere around here. I don't have any Saint Quartz fragments, so I've always been able to complete all of them, redeem all of them for quartz. Weird flex, but okay. Okay, so that's 1 out of 3 attempts where Serenity has insta-killed. Can you go back to whale farming team? Give me 1 second. We'll try it. We'll fiddle around with the whale teams in a second. I just wanna keep doing this for the sake of seeing how consistent or not consistent insta-killing the Manticore is. Did Neurofest affect your streak? Nope. There was a 6-hour window or something like that, like a 6 or 5 hour window, 5 or 6 hour window where you could log back in before your login streak expired. And I happened to be sitting at home waiting for the game to come back. So as soon as the servers went back up, I was like, hell yeah! And I went back in. So no, I didn't lose my streak. So that's 3 out of 4 times where they weren't able to crit or not crit the kill the Manticore. Which iPad? 6th gen. iPad 6th gen. Can you try with King Hassan instead of Serenity later? King Hassan is not advisable because he has class disadvantage against Manticores. So he's always doing 10% less damage, and that kind of sucks. That and his if these two can't get a reliable insta-kill, I doubt KH can either. If we use Plugsu and swap out Wave for another buffer like Helena, they might just be able to kill with the damage. Either that, or just bring along another single target assassin. I think that'd be easier. What C's are you using? Nope. Holy Night Dinner and Golden Sumo. I don't want to use Demon and Bodhisattva because that has less attack rating. But I guess if we're going to go for insta-kill, I guess we could use it. Funnily enough. But given how unreliable insta-killing has been so far, it's kind of like, well, if they can't do it with what they have now, it's like, are they really going to be able to insta-kill like only 10% more insta-kill rate? Not sure. Not sure about that one. Shiki has the same attribute as King Hassan. Yeah. Well, a lot of people are going to be like, oh yeah, let's use King Hassan. He's a single target assassin, right? He should be good for this. I mean, he's still a single target assassin, so yeah, he's great in that sense. It's just he won't be able to do as much damage as some people might expect him to. Whereas Shiki is just a free welfare, and King Hassan isn't. So there's that whole thing. Alright. So that's like 4 out of 10 times, or 4 out of 5 times that they haven't been able to insta-kill, so you get the idea. You get the idea. Why is KH not better this time? I only mean that in like from a whale sense. You see how I'm not bringing any, and for this team is meant to be like a fast clear team. You see how I don't have King Hassan? That's because he has class disadvantage against the Manticores, so that makes him do 10% less damage every time he hits it. Whereas these two in the back, I assume don't have any such problems. Did I also use Nianta's quick buff turn 1? That's bad. Why is King Hassan bad against these guys? He's not bad, he's just not as good as other options. Y'all are starting to twist my words now, aren't you? Still, Jack was still able to kill that one though, so that's good. Alright, I'll barbecue. Thanks for stopping by, man. Have a good one. Did I say class disadvantage? I meant attribute disadvantage. I like how Gacha recommends us not to bring King Hassan, yet he still has a King Hassan on his support list. cool, I guess. LMAO, why use instinct on max stars? Did I have max stars? I didn't even notice. I saw the 16 there, I was like, oh yeah, I only have 16 crit stars. You'll excuse me for not realizing we had a quality of life update given to us over a year early. I still don't. I still sometimes don't account for it. You'll excuse me for that, I think. What's the disadvantage? Attribute at a disadvantage. Go look that up. Almost everything in this game has attribute, an attribute, like sky, man, earth, and star. Most things in this game, if not all the things in this game, fall under one of those categories. And they have their own little advantage disadvantage cycle, where it's a 10% advantage and disadvantage throughout all of them. So apparently a high MP level Jack or a Grail Jack can almost, can basically almost wipe the floor with the Mana Core. That's good to know. Honestly, by this point, instead of bringing MHX, I might as well just look for high MP level Jacks and try to go for one-shots. Because I think Jack can do it. Yeah, at least I'm pretty sure she should be able to. Let's see. What MP is my own Jack? Only 3. I'm not sure if she can do it. I could try, though. I could certainly try. In fact, I will next turn. Or next time. Or for the next run, I should say. Hey guys, does Jack have enough quick buffs yet? I'm not quite sure on this. Does she have enough quick buffs? We're about to find out. Alright, RMS, thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, the headache isn't too much of a big deal. It's actually died down a little bit. But yeah, that Jack just obliterated that Manticore with 7k damage left over, so yeah, it's pretty comfy, I would say. Pretty comfy. Needs more, to be honest, yeah. You ain't wrong. Check that my second archive is actually still full of XP cards. It's not. What? Really? It's not? Okay. Well, I shouldn't have burned all those all this time. I thought it was full. So in this case, we're going to do this. Oh, nobody has Nanta up because everybody's putting up a Rash instead. Great. Alright, NG White Fang, thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. Hey Tristan, long time no see. Yeah. Time zones suck. Yeah, I know, right? Jesus. For somebody who watches competitive StarCraft like me, the best you'll ever see is over in Korea, and that's 8 hours behind West Coast. So gotta pull those late nighters sometimes. Anyways, that's cute and all, but I think I'm just gonna go back to double NPs actually. This is a little bit too much work for my tastes. May as well keep my own Jack though. How'd your CCC rolls go? They went fantastically, actually. I think they were my best rolls that I've ever had. So yeah, it was good news all around, at least for me. The music circle, is it Soundholic? For what? The song that's playing right now, or for Boats? I don't know who does the music for Boats. Kinda exploded with 1500 for Kiara. Ouch. Yeah, that sucks. Let me see if Double Jack can do this. With just Nianta's quick buff. 152k. There should be. This is a Grail Jack, I think. I'm assuming she's MP5. I didn't quite catch the MP tag. Yeah, that's enough. Oh, the current song? Let me double check. Nah, it's not Soundholic. It's not House. It's not. This is Hachimitsu Lemon and Afterglow. I've been following them for a little while. Now they do some really good chill albums, chill rock albums. So I really like them for that. Actual fuck? Where's the... That's super weird. There we go. Oh, he survived. Should probably give him give an extra attack buff then. What servant would you choose in a Holy Grail War out of the 7 classes? Caster. You could raise her. The problem with using KH is that that set requires a lot of buttons. We're trying to go for optimal button presses. For a crit comp, what do you think of Melt, Niente, and a support servant? Niente is tricky to use as a crit support. First of all, she's not very good at it outside of her MP. And second, she's an archer. She's gonna steal all the crit stars from Melt. Well, not all of it, but she's gonna hog a good number of them. So you're gonna have to be careful bringing bringing Niente. Ideally, you should be bringing Jack, but if you can't bring Jack, then bring somebody like Fumo or some shit. Or better yet, bring double 2030s. There you go. This is MP5, right? Let's see if they can do it like this. Isn't Caster usually one of the weaker classes? Yeah, tell that to Solomon. Has it really been 6 months since LB3? Jesus, it's a lot longer than I thought. It still feels like LB3 still came out like just the other day, or just the other month. Now they'll announce it soon. It might be like the last event going into summer. It'll be here before you know it. I'm pretty sure he can, lame-ass guy. He probably can. There we go. Lanugos have slowed down dropping. Wow, that crashed. that time my computer didn't even give me any chance of reacting to that one. That was the quickest crash I've ever seen. What the fuck? That one just came out of fucking nowhere. It's a collaboration, so maybe 3 years later she'll return if the game can even survive that long. It survived for almost 5 years now. I'm sure it can still stay up in 3. What's the mat today? Lanugos. Lanugos and seeds. Time to wail for a new PC. Don't worry, I'm working on that. You let me handle that, okay? Hey, double Lanugo. I'll take a processor crash for double Lanugos though. PC dying because streamed 2 days in a row? No, that's not the reason. The reason is because processor is fucking up. How many sync cores did I use for refills? I don't know, about 100 so far. Taking all the hunting quests into account. Nah, Razor. Even with my dying processor, I've still been doing 7 to 8 hour streams. It just kind of crashes whenever it wants to. Triple seeds, by the way. Cheapest team that can free to play. That's free to play friendly that you can think of that can 2-turn this. Arash, support waiver, assassin Shiki, another buffer. I'm sure you could figure out some way to get Assassin Shiki to a one-shot this dude. I'm sure you can do it. At least that's not too bad. What, 7 to 8 hours? I mean, it's longer than what most people do, so. This is nice and chill, actually. Hong used Kintoki and Shiki MP Wave 2. There you go. Which Kintoki, the writer one, obviously, because he does free-to-play friendly ones. Is Paracelsus any good before his buffs? For farming, yes. He's got, what, an 80% battery or some shit? 70-80% battery? 3-turn arts buff. Great for arts farmers, that's for sure. Double Tam Shiki. Somebody, I remember somebody recommending that earlier, so probably. You have 72 Lanugo. Do you think that's enough? Well, considering the fact that, let's see. 4-star servants in the game typically need 24 Lanugo. Sometimes they need 36. Santa Altera needs 36 of them. And other 4-stars need like 24 of them. You don't need a lot, but hey, it depends on who you're rolling for. If you're not really going to roll for much, then I think 72 is fine. You don't really need a whole ton of Lanuga is the thing. So, maybe 72 is fine for your needs. Oh, you're not coming back to access your Maestro Coup? Who's summer well for this time? Rishtar, or Rider Ishtar. I used the attack buff. Somehow I don't think that's going to be enough. Is this a Tuhu song? Yep, it is. It's a gay song. Unfortunately for you, I'm not gonna have anybody trash talk any Tuhu songs in my stream chat, so you can get the fuck out. Thanks for playing, asshole. Yeah, my own MHX is only MP2, and she's already max band, whereas my Jack is MP3 and she's not. So yeah, I'm using Jack here. So I'm gonna have to give him an extra buff. Who's your favorite servant by lore? Tamamo is up there, obviously. As for the others, I honestly don't know too much about Fate lore, like per character. Like Tom was really the only one who I actually bothered going out of my way to look up lore for. Would the quick MC give you enough of an extra buff? I don't need the MC buff. I just need my Jack, or if I'm bringing a support Jack, to just use use her quick buff, and that should get me over the top. Another Homura gay. Hey, look, finally a reason to time out Razor. Hey, got him. Shit talking my characters. As soon as I look over and I see someone say Akemi is true rifle, I was gonna be like, yeah, another Akemi fanboy, and then Razor comes here with the hot, another Homura fan gay. Got him. I can't snap right now, but got him, boys. Cause same VA, yeah. Saito Chiwa voices both Homura and Tamo. That I actually didn't know until like very recently, like a lot more recently than I should have probably expected. Cause I'd watched the anime, you know, however many years ago when it first aired, and then I went to go watch the movie, I think it was, with friends. Like we're talking 5-6 years back. So that's yeah, that's why really. And then back then I wasn't really too big on keeping track of voice actors and all that, so I was like, you know, like oh Madoka's, you know, it's a good anime, whatever, blah 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 blah, the usual fare. And then years later, when I get into FGO, I'm like, oh yeah, who's the voice actor for this? For Talamo. I look her up and I go down the list and be like, oh, she actually voiced Homura from Madoka. Wait, what? And there's the story of how I found out that my favorite FGO waifu also voices Homura, and I never even knew it. And that's how I met my waifu in another dimension. Hey, thanks for the raid, Kaza. Hope your stream was good today. Everybody from Kaza's stream, what's going on? Just farming. Lunu goes for a little bit here. Also, on a more serious note, one of my personal pet peeves is seeing people get into the whole, oh, you're a fan of this, or you're a fan of that. Ugh, fucking fan gays, lol. Don't do that in my chat, please. It's one of the things that I kind of get tilted by, cause y'all sound like a bunch of fucking bigots saying that shit. So leave that shit at your leave that shit with your 4chan forum threads and shit like that. Your 4chan posts, your forum thread posts. Don't bring that shit into my my channels. Okay? Okay. Glad we could clear that up real quick. Yeah, whatever. I'll just ignore that. Back to FGO Alter. Let's go. Lego boys. Actually, 4chan is an image board. In my mind, they all kind of meshed it together to become the same thing, so. Do I care about really differentiating them? No, not really. Lunugo Day, huh? Yep, it's Lunugo Day. I just need like how many do I need at this point? I need just like 18 more, and I'll leave the rest for Christmas. Have I ever tried Epic 7? Nope. Nothing against it. I just don't have the time to play it. When I'm already playing like 2 other gacha games besides FGO at the same time. And I'm trying to do the most that I can in all of these games as well. What are you using in the stream? First, I use my iPad that I wirelessly connect to my computer, and then I use OBS to stream. Air server and OBS, and I'm pretty much good to go. Still playing boats? Yeah, of course. Currently trying to grind out the XP for Rune at the moment. Looks like a fly somehow came into my room. Probably let the door open at some point. Another short stream of 2 hours. Yeah, that's a short stream to me, Augustin. Here it is. Normally my streams will go on for like 5 hours or some shit. At least 5 hours, 5 or 6 hours. Okay, you can go fly somewhere else. Fly. I'll grab you later and toss you out of my room. And before the drop rate at Christmas is trash. Even if it is, I'm gonna be farming that shit so much that it won't matter if it's trash. To who lounge music? This entire album, I think, is an entire album of just like, you know, chill lounge music, jazz, shit like that. Hey Ziny, what's going on, man? Not using melt? No, because she probably won't do enough damage. Remember, melt only has a 50% attack bonus, not double attack bonus like proper assassins do. Yeah, it's from Bossa Nova. Yeah. You won't know until you try, am I right, guys? I guess. We can try it with this next one so I can show you just why it is that I really don't want to be bringing melt here. I'll take an extra Lanugo though, in the meantime. So here's your first problem with bringing Melt. If you want to use your third skill, this is kind of what happens. So that's your first problem right there. So she can't even use her MP buff at all. So he basically just wasted a turn. Use a skill as well, just in case. Let's see if hyper buffing her will do anything. We're about to find out. Put her second in the chain so she does more damage. With her last quick card anyway. Is there a better seed farm in the future? This Christmas has seeds in Lotto. So let's see how much damage she does here. $200k. That's only with buffs though, and that takes a lot of clicks. So let's do the exact same thing, but with no buffs, like I've been doing before. Yeah, I just get triple seed drop from that. Well, actually, some of them could be red gems, actually. So, quick buff. That's why you bring a Rash as well. Nah, he takes too long. In this case, anyway. Let's see, with just the quick buff, let me see how much damage Melt can do. 31,000. Hey, triple seats though. So that's why I'm not using Melt at the moment. Jack is a little bit more convenient. Yeah, it's a lot of clicking. The teams that I'm looking to use right now are trying to cut down on the number of clicks. Because yeah, of course you can always have Melt do it if she's MP5 and shit like that, but first of all, most of you don't have Melt at MP5. And second of all, if you only want to use single MP setups, then you have to be giving them a whole ton of buffs. And that's a lot of clicks. A lot of buttons that you need to press. I've been told Ishiki Double Tama can do this, yeah, actually, yeah. So you bring like a Rash, Shiki Tama, and then have another Tam in the back. And use Plug Suit again if Shiki needs even more buffs for whatever reason. Welcome back, Razor. I pray that you're going to FGO Fest this year. Wonder what kind of celebrations they'll be having for this year's FGO anniversary over there. Shinra Bancha, probably. Yeah, this is Shinra Bancha. I already tried that team earlier on stream just for envy. Out of the five runs that I did, they only insta-killed once. So to me, it doesn't seem very reliable. You're better off using like using like what, Shiki and somebody else, another 4-star assassin, or maybe even Hunter Face. When is next caster Nero banner after this summer? Probably the rerun next year. Unless she comes out for like New Year's or some shit, but I highly doubt that. The singer is a really big giveaway. I've been really enjoying Ayu, I think her name is Ayu? Ayo, no, it's not Ayu, it's Ayo. I've been really enjoying this vocalist right here. I think she's really nice. Like there's like a certain range of vocals where if it's a girl singing, which is most Tuhu songs, admittedly, there's like this vocal range where it's like a sweet spot for me, and I think Ayo is one of them. Ayo, Merami, or Merami Pop, whichever name she uses. Like those two are examples of like vocalists that I really like because they happen to have a voice that's in that sweet spot for me. Not too high, not too deep. It's really nice actually. Summer just had a raid up for New Year's. Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, for this year, right? So yeah, she could. I guess technically she does come back for New Year's raid up. Funnily enough, but that won't be for us this year though. So that'll be for us in like 2 years. Hey, Mistborn, thanks for a raid, man. So many raids today. Yeah, I saw you streaming earlier on the FGO directory while I was looking through before I went live. Hope you had a great stream today. And welcome everybody from his stream. We're just listening to some chill Tuhu music, and farming some Lunugo in the meantime. So get comfy, grab a drink, and Lego, let's farm. Can't stop farming. My hands are shaking. What's up with that new guy on FGO JP? What was his name? You mean the new male servant? I think his name is Salazar or something, right? Salazar or something. I have no idea who he is. I just saw fan art of him on over on Dambaru, and I was like, who dish? Who dish? Yeah, I'm doing well, Mistborn. Just a slight headache, but that's because I've been working on videos pretty hard recently, this past week. So now that I'm done with that, hopefully I can take this like weekend off and get some good sleep, so I don't get my ass kicked at work next week. That's definitely happened more times than I care to admit. I hope you had a great stream today. Tuhu music gives you a sense of nostalgia. That's actually very true. For me, I discovered Tuhu back when I was still in high school. So Tuhu music, especially the ones that I actually found right away. Like some of I think I first started listening to Tuhu music like back when Felt released like their very first album. Or actually, no, it wasn't their very first album. I'm pretty sure Felt has been around for a while now, but I think Felt's first album was like one of the first Tuhu albums I ever listened to. So yeah, definitely agree with you there. That Tuhu music definitely brings on like the nostalgia trips for me, which is nice. Salazar is a fake name. Ah, I see. The more you know. Today I learned. Yeah, I don't. My knowledge of pirates and pirate history is lacking, unfortunately. Unfortunately, they don't teach you those. They don't teach you about cool shit like pirates and shit in college. So, unfortunate, but it's one of those things where you really have to do your own research on about that kind of stuff. It worked. Double Tam and Shiki. There you go. Favorite Tuhu character, Alice. Because she's an introverted loner like me. Hydration bot. Drink for better drops. I'll drink to that. They actually do teach you about pirates. Depends on the professor. Yeah, it also doesn't help the fact that none of my courses ever had to deal with any pirates. So. Reimu or Marisa? Reimu. I like my black-haired girls, black or dark-haired girls. Not too big a fan of blondes usually. I can make some exceptions though. Oh, I've been streaming. Doesn't Twitch tell you how long I've been streaming? I wonder if I have an uptime command for that now. Yep, there you go. Is Carmilla good for this node? I don't know actually. I don't know. She might be. Do I play any PC console games? Well, before I got into gacha games, I used to, yes. Even now I still do, but I don't play it as much, because usually if I'm not playing gacha games, I'm working on videos. Should daily stages be permanent half AP? Sure, why not? Does that timer reset if your stream crashes? No. Whenever my stream crashes, it's not an internet crash. It's a processor issue. Since it's only the processor, it blacks out my screen, but it comes back. And so what you see on your screen on your side is you guys should see like a green screen for a little bit, for like a split second, and then my stream comes back. That's just because the processor is dying, nothing else. So the rest of my computer is fine. And it's just my processor that's having issues. So whenever it crashes, it comes back. But it doesn't. It has nothing to do with the internet. If for the timer to reset, it has to be an internet issue. And usually, at least lately, it's my internet hasn't been having an issue. My internet's pretty good for the most part. Um, so it's just a computer issue pretty much, not an internet issue. If the internet was fucking up, then yeah, in that case the time would probably reset. Because if my internet connection is fluky, then obviously Twitch and YouTube would think like, oh, this guy's oh, what happened to his internet connection? Oh, he must have stopped streaming. So it would reset the timer. Wider audience, like Razor said, wider audience, and yeah. I give people the option to watch on one platform or the other, because watching from YouTube and watching from Twitch have their ups and downs. One like for example, YouTube, you can watch streams easier on YouTube because YouTube live streams their video encoders are not as demanding as Twitch's. So people on like potato computers, they can typically watch streams better on YouTube because the video player on YouTube is gonna fucking crash their computer or make their internet browsers shit out. Whereas on Twitch, you got the chat, you got better emotes, you're on Twitch, which is the best live stream platform on the internet, not chilling whatsoever, and all that. That and how I started streaming FGO went something like this, right? So we're talking rewind all the way back to like the first year of FGO, right? Before I got into FGO, I actually streamed a little bit, not nowhere to the amount that I do now, but I streamed a little bit for other games. But I kind of stopped streaming after a little bit and didn't stream at all for like another year, 2 years or something like that. And then when FGO came out, I saw people streaming it back in the day. I was like, I could give that a try. I know how to stream. Could be fun, who knows. So I started streaming it, and this was right after I started making videos for FGO. So I think my first major stream was my Halloween one, something like that. The very first Halloween event, where I got shit on by Talmo, which should come as no surprise. So yeah. Once I started doing that, I started streaming on Twitch because Twitch is what I'm familiar with, so I decided to stream here first. And then I saw other people streaming on YouTube, and I saw all the viewers that they were getting. I was like, huh, I want some of that. So I switched over to YouTube for a little bit, and I looked back on Twitch, and I saw the little communities that people were making over here, and I was like, hey, I want part of that too, but since I've already been streaming on YouTube for a little bit, I don't want to leave them all behind, so I figured out a way to dual stream, with not Airserver, what's it called again? Restream.io. Restream.io is a free service that anybody can use where you can basically stream to multiple platforms at once, Mixer, YouTube, Twitch, whatever other like major well-known live stream platform is out there. So I just use that, and basically it's how I stream is I have a Restream.io account. I set up my stream so that when I start streaming, my computer sends my stream information to a Restream.io server, which is separate from the YouTube and the Twitch stream servers. And the Restream.io server basically splits the connection and then sends the connection both to both Twitch and YouTube. So that way I can dual stream without any extra strain on the computer. I've been doing that for the past basically over a year now, I think. I don't remember when the first time I started dual streaming was. Maybe right after K&K last year, probably. That sounds about right, I think. So yeah. So I started doing that and then kept doing it. Basically, the whole point is just to let people watch me however way they want. If you want to watch on YouTube, or on Twitch, doesn't matter. Feel free. Of course, I prefer my Twitch crowd most of the time anyway. But I'm not just gonna ditch everybody who can only watch me on YouTube. Like, say for example, I could only stream like say for example I decide to seriously push for like affiliate, which I definitely can. Twitch has even asked me if I wanted to become an affiliate. I was like, yeah, no, sorry, I'm not interested in that. But yeah, if I wanted to become an affiliate with Twitch, or even go beyond that, if I wanted to become a partner, I could definitely try going for that. But you know, that would mean that if I sign that contract, I can't stream to YouTube anymore because that would technically be violation of TOS. So that would be against TOS. So that would mean that I would have to stop streaming to YouTube, and that means that some people on YouTube can no longer watch me because they can't watch on Twitch for whatever reason. So you were a competitive FPS player. I wasn't competitive. Back when I used to, so the first game that I made videos for and streamed for was a game called Combat Arms. Some of you guys might remember that one. It used to be super popular back like 10 years ago. Like, I'm not even kidding, 10 years ago by this point. And at the height of that game's popularity, it was quite popular actually. Most people at least heard about it. And the game had its competitive side, and I knew about it, like the Woggle leagues, the ICOGs and whatnot. I know about Woggle and ICOG. Those were the two that I knew the most about. And I actually I think in one of the clans I was a part of, some people were like, oh, why not? Why hey, you want to try out like the ICOG leagues? I was like, sure, why not? Like I'm down. So he got me and a couple of the other clannies to be a part of an ICOG team, and we tried that for a season. It was fun. It was fun. That was when I realized like how good people could really get at that game, because my god, people are insane at that game at the highest level, as they are with most games. But since I was really mainly only a pub stomper, usually you don't really come across people who are all that great at the game. I mean, that's how it is for most games. But even in an amateur competitive league, damn, people were good. I don't have lots of stories because I think I only played for like one season, like maybe like a couple months at most. But I have a few stories to tell about that game. Who are your favorite and least favorite servants? Telmo is my favorite, obviously. Least favorite? I don't really have a least favorite servant, to be honest with you. I mean, if I had to guess, it would be Merlin, because of the Arts Buster rivalry. You remember all the cheaters in that game? Yeah, that's what a lot of people say when I bring that up. Oh yeah, I remember how many cheaters there were. Funny you mention that, because in that game, it was like periods of like a lot of cheating, and then the devs managed to patch up the cheats and the hacks, and then the hackers would come up with new hacks, new ways to get around the hack protection stuff. It was basically a constant battle. Towards the later years, though, I think they got pretty good at it. I think they installed better anti-hack clients, anti-cheat prevention systems, or cheat prevention systems. So towards the later half of the game's life cycle, you didn't see as many hackers or cheaters. So at least that's good, I guess. Can double Shiki clear the boss? Probably. Wouldn't be surprised. I mean, your Shiki should be MP5 anyway, so. Who are you choosing for the formal dress? I don't think Telmo's a part of it, right? I'm not sure, actually. I'm gonna have to look through them again. See who I want. How's the farming going? Hey, Season, what's going on? It's going pretty well. I just need like, what, 10 more Lanugo, and I should be good for... I should be good for today. Yeah, I've tried something for a 4-star, but get a 5-star instead. Not me! Jack animation when? Ask DW. I know Vlad has one, so he's probably in the running. Benkei top tier. Pog! By the way, I have the Pog emote enabled, Razor, so you can use that. I think I have, what, Pog, Pepica, Pog U. Going for Nito, got Tam instead. I think you got the better end of the deal, to be honest. Though, if Tenna were here in my Twitch chat, he would yell at me angrily with angry cat noises. All right, Mistborn, thanks for stopping by, man. And of course, thanks for the raid as always. Have a good night, sir. That's a good Musashi emote. Damn, so many FGO streamers have such good emotes. Makes me want to sub to all of them. Not gonna lie. Wish Pog and Pepper Hands were on YouTube too. That's why Twitch Master Race. Kappa. We all know Phantom is top tier. Yes. Pepica. Nito hard carry for LB1 and 2 because Assassin Heaven, pretty much. Actually, I just realized I'm watching on YouTube for no reason. Time to switch. Hey. Welcome to the light. Welcome to the light. We wailing for Twitch emotes now? If only we could do that on YouTube. You actually were the only streamer I watched on YouTube. I had no idea why, because you already knew about Twitch. I don't know, man. Sometimes if you started watching me on YouTube, sometimes it's just force a habit. Just like how I never used drag select until like 2 weeks in. Don't worry, I make that same mistake too. People, I triggered some people on stream because this was right after they added drag select, and I kept tapping like a degen, and people on my stream were like, "Ree, you're not using drag select, Ree." I was like, oh, sorry, forgot it's part of the game now. Is the Twitch community more fun? We have better emotes for sure. There are times when if I've streamed for like a really long time, or if it's late at night, usually it's both. Twitch chat kind of gets pretty slow because most people there are lurking. Whereas you have more people talking in YouTube chat. But I think right now it's pretty even. Possibly, maybe. Rolling for cuts tomorrow. She comes up tomorrow, doesn't she? For raid up. I didn't mean to do that. Didn't know Draxley was out until you saw me do it. There you go. First SSR was Altera. Mine was Seba. It was just meant to be. I remember when I first started, the guy, my friend who got me into FGO, had me add him so I could use his Altera, and his Altera base, his level 60. I remember his Altera, his level 60 Altera fucking hard carried me through the first 3 chapters. It was interesting. Be in both chats, double the fun. Hey, got him. By the way, Saber, thanks a bunch for your Nearfest guide. Lots of people have been already asking for them, and I've been able to toss the link for that their way. You're still working on that, right? I think I'm still under the impression that you're still working on it, because we still have like what 2-3 months left on that, or 3-4 months even. So whatever the case, good work. Keep it up, because you're helping a lot of people with that. Yeah, you're still working on it, yeah. I try to make sure to tell people that it's still a work in progress. But from what I've seen, it seems like it's coming along just fine. So. Have you lived the Herc meme? Do you have time to sir, do you have time to stop and talk about our Lord and Savior Hercules or Heracles? Alright, Airtago, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Oops. Should probably relog here real quick. Will be the most used servants. Oh shit, that's the wrong link. That's the FGO directory. Here's the proper link. What do you have, an Assassin Jack? I think I have MHX actually. FP point farmer. That's actually not a ton of friend points. Yeah, I think yesterday I got like 10k in an hour because I have a MP5 Drake and people were using Drakes yesterday. So. When am I streaming boats? I don't know. I don't plan to tonight. I don't know when I'll be farming boats. Maybe whenever the next event comes out. We'll see. Do I already have Angra? He's MP7, so yes. When are you gonna spend your friend points anniversary? Because our anniversary should have a triple success rate up. Something about embers in today's ember drops in today's hunting quest triggers you. It shouldn't, because all the hunting quests so far have been dropping embers like crazy. So it really shouldn't, but triple success on triple rate up on super and great successes for enhancing servants, leveling servants, and craft essences. When is anniversary? Technically, it's June 25th, but we're gonna Aniplex is gonna push that towards push that for later until who is it? Until Anime Expo. And Anime Expo is on the first or second week of July. It's almost Anime Expo is always on 4th of July weekend, so whenever that is. Only 4 enemies, so only 4 embers. Yeah, if you put it that way, then yeah, it's not as good as yesterday's or the days before's or whatever. So yeah, in that sense, then yeah, I understand. Any YouTubers you often watch? You mean for FGO or just in general? Why not make a can I get a servant and 300 sync quartz lol? Kind of because Soberone already does that, so that's kind of his thing. Or Twitch streamers? Again, same question. Are you just talking about FGO streamers or just streamers in general? In general, okay. YouTubers, I don't really watch like YouTubers anymore. Like I still have people I'm subscribed to, but those were back in the old days when YouTube was a lot better than the shit show that it is now. So nowadays I don't really pay attention to my subscription box. I just kind of watch like random videos that pop up. I'm one of those people who just watch like random fucking YouTube videos. And I just watch those if I have nothing else to watch on like Twitch or something while I'm farming. As for streamers, I watch a fair bit of people. Shroud, Summit. There's this Rainbow Six Siege. There's this Siege streamer by the name of King George. Let's see, Zero. I don't really watch Zero streams as much. I just subscribe to him for his emotes because I think his emotes are super cute. I think they're really good. Anthony Kong fan. Grims. Who else? I sometimes I accidentally used Nianta's quick buff right there when I wasn't supposed to. I sometimes tune into the weekly Critical Role with Alex Mercer and the crew. That's pretty. Those are fun. I also really like watching competitive stuff like fighting games, Street Fighter, Tekken. Um, those two mainly, I think, by this point. Some anime games sometimes. Competitive shooters, CS:GO, COD mainly. I'm a COD fanboy, so I love watching the competitive scene. CS:GO. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff that I watch. Never a dull moment. Smash Ultimate. I watch some Ultimate here and there. I prefer Melee though, just a personal thing. So if there's like a Melee tournament and an Ultimate tournament going on at the same time, I'd probably tune into the Melee one. But I've watched the Ultimate before; it's fun. Not a big battle royale fan. I love watching PUBG. Like I've watched people play Fortnite, PUBG, Apex, and all that stuff. All the other BRs out there. I think PUBG is still the one that I enjoy watching the most. I started. I think it's because PUBG is like the first BR that I seriously started watching people on, back when it first came out. I still remember when it first came out. It was super popular. Everybody had a blast with it. Now you got a lot of these other BRs competing for viewership. So, but that's fine. It is what it is. Great song opening, by the way. When a song opens like this, you know it's gotta be good. What games do you watch mainly? I try to watch all of them actually. At least on finals day. And when on finals Sunday, championship Sunday, I try to watch the entire show if I can. Because on Sunday it's top 8, right? So you see the best of the best. So no matter what game it is, usually it's going to be a good time. But for day 1 and day 2, usually I stick with like Street Fighter, maybe Tekken, maybe like an anime game that I really want to watch. Like I'll probably tune into the Uniel streams as much as I can, because Uniel, I think this is Uniel's first year on main stage, so that's gonna be pretty hype. Do I watch? I watch Professional Siege. I played a bit of it, so I know how it works. Enough of it anyway. And I said I watched that King George guy who streams Siege. He won Worlds, the very first Worlds for Siege. He's a retired pro now. He's an ex-pro now, but he's still very good. Clearly one of the best. And yeah, I do watch Professional Siege. In fact, there was a stream. There's a LAN finals going on this weekend, right? I tuned into a bit of it on my side laptop here earlier today. I'm pretty sure they're revealing stuff tomorrow, right? Before finals, because they usually do that, right? With every LAN finals, they release, they put out new content, or they preview new content technically. All right, I need to put these in a second archive. Okay, now it's full. Map rework and knock and warden, nice. KG is a bot. You're one of those guys, huh? Alright. Well, I'm certainly not going to say anything about your stream preferences. All I know is that King George has a world title and you don't. Hey, Incubus Magus, what's going on, man? Oh, whoops, I actually didn't use the second MP that I was supposed to. Still thinking this is a wave 1 still. Another Lanugo. Keep the Lanugo flowing, boys. I love songs. Hey, yo, Headshot. I love songs like this where they have that. You know how some Tuhu songs, some rock Tuhu songs have like that 80s or 90s American rock feel? You know what I'm talking about? Like the guitars that are going on right now, they give me that vibe. I love songs with that kind of vibe. It's such a weird clash, like hearing Japanese vocals over um like like strings like that. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not really a music guy, but I don't know, that sound, that conflict of sound is really interesting. I love it. It's great. Am I taking song recommendations? Not really. Ooh, nice, a double Lanugo drop right there, boys. Male vocals in jazz, B radio, Medore. I'll keep that in mind, actually. I'll keep that in mind. Ever played the Witcher series? No. I've heard they're very good, but no, I've never personally played them. Is that double knife lolly? Yeah, it's either double knife lolly or double MHX or take one of each. If you're in Eurofest farming teams already, no need to think about them, because thanks to Saber of Avalon, he's already been working on them. There you go. Still a work in progress, but that's what he's got for now. Do you like MMOs? Not really. MMOs aren't really my thing. Like, my thing is first-person shooters. FPSs. FPSs are my jam. Either that or like real-time strategy games like Age of Empires or StarCraft, but I'm not good at them. I just like playing them and watching them. Hey, good night, Oscar Mendez. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, either FPSs or I guess BRs, because I guess they count as first-person shooters, right? So first-person shooters and real RTSs. Yeah, I know about I know about Shibayan's Retro Future Girls album. I think I listened to it before. I'll have to listen to it again. In fact, I think that's what I said in a previous stream too. When I think of Lord Ashura's guides, I use them. Lord Ashura, the first time I started using his guides was last year during KNK. For KNK, I used his guides mainly. I even met Lord Ashura in person at the FGO tour in Los Angeles like 3 months ago, so that was cool. So I know him, I know him personally, and I think personally his guides are the best. So whenever I feel like using a guide, whenever I feel like using a guide, I usually turn to him because he usually does a good job. I'm here to be all, hey Lucy, what's going on? Hey, another Lindigo. I just need two more. Two more, chat. Two more. Hey, X-Ria, what's going on, man? It's been a long time, I think. Am I a cat or a dog person? I'm both. I love cats and dogs equally. I remember back when I was in elementary school, I think. Yeah, I used to live in an apartment back then. So when we had a neighbor upstairs for a little bit, where I think it was like a kind of like I think they were in their like late 20s. It was like a Caucasian couple, a white couple, and they lived upstairs, I think. So our apartments were like two-story. So you had the bottom apartments and you had the top apartments, and the stairs to go up to the top were like literally right outside our door. So our upstairs neighbor used to be, for a little bit, like a white couple, a youngish white couple. Yeah, pretty sure. And they would sometimes go on vacations together, and they had a pair of cats. So they every once in a while they would come down whenever they leave for like a vacation or whatever it was that they did. They would ask us to look after their cats, so I would do that for them as a kid. One of their cats, I still remember this somehow, amazes me that I still remember this. But one of their cats I remember was like I'm pretty sure it was like a grayish cat, grayish, something like that. And she was nice, voice crack. She was kind of nice. I remember the one time she came out, she walked out to greet me, so I kind of kneeled down to kind of like rub her head and stuff like that. So she kind of raised her paw out, and I thought I thought she was like trying to shake my hand or something. So I put my own hand out, and then she swiped her paw down a little bit too fast, and then her claw was out. So I remember her claw ripped my left index finger right open. Strangely enough, no blood actually came. I remember I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? And then I looked at it and I could peel it apart, but no blood came out. I was like, okay, that's super weird. And I just put a band-aid around that, and a couple days later it's fine. The other cat was super shy though. Usually it was a black cat, black fluffy cat. Usually hung out underneath their bed in the main bedroom. The surgeon cat, I know, right? It didn't even hurt either. Well, it kind of did, but it didn't really hurt that much. I like those cats. I mean, for the most part, they were pretty chill. Except for that one time, but even still, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, the black cat was super shy though. Like I said, he usually hung out underneath the bed whenever I came around. The gray cat was a lot more friendly though, a lot friendlier. But yeah, I'm both a cat and a dog person. Am I a vampire? I mean, there have been times where I've bled, and usually my first instinct is to actually drink my own blood, to like lick it off. So in a sense, kind of. Like I remember one time when I was in high school, I was in my room, different place than this, and I was just studying, right? Just kind of chilling, studying, and yeah, chilling and studying. Yeah, give me a fucking break. And there was one time where I was kind of leaning back in my chair because I was bored. And I didn't want to study really all that much because I'd already been at it for a couple hours. So I kind of raised my leg a little bit, but I didn't realize how low my desk was. So I hit I think it was my left leg. Was it my right leg? I don't have a scar for it anymore because I don't know how the hell this even happened. But I think it was my left leg. Actually, I'd raised my left leg, or I raised my left leg, and like I said, I didn't realize how low my desk was, so I slammed it pretty hard against the edge of the desk, and I was like, ow. So I just kind of lowered it, and that kind of got me to get back to studying again. And then about like I would say like 5-10 minutes later, I felt something trickle down my shin. I was like, wait, what? Like, did I spill water on this somehow? I don't even have a water bottle. And I looked down, and it's blood dripping down my leg, and I was like, that that broke the skin? What, really? So I was like, that's super weird. So I just kind of, and then the first thing I did was I wiped off the blood that was kind of trickling down, and then since I didn't have a napkin or like a tissue anywhere, I just kind of licked it off. Stories of Asian Psycho, Toho, aka Toho Sniper 98, aka Asian Vampire in disguise. And I wiped it off, and I still don't think I have a scar from that. To this day, I don't know why that even happened. I guess I have weak skin. Yeah, Angelo, what's going on, man? I am the Vlad Catalyst. Some say that I am Vlad in disguise. No, nobody says that. Hey, and that's the final Lunugo that I need. And I am done farming this for today. Woohoo! I knew it! You're not human! Oh my god! They killed Kenny! You bastards! Konaito denashi! Alright, Cryptum. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Make sure you don't find me underneath your bed. As that vampire who randomly shows up to suck your blood. My friend's been trying to get Ikazuchi on 8-2. Headshot him. Tell him that you can't get Ikazuchi on 8-2, I'm pretty sure. You can only get her from 8-1. But yeah, Ikazuchi was hard for me to get for me. I think I had to spend like 3-4 months like grinding on and off on 8-1 to finally get a drop. But yeah, I don't think you can get it from 8-2. Unless you know for sure that you can. But I've gotten my Ikazuchi from 8-1. I don't think you can get it from 8-2. Or Inazuma? I think you get Inazuma in the previous chapter. I don't know. I don't know. I can't be sure. But yeah. I'm talking about the blue-haired one. The blue-haired one. Let's listen to this instead. Ooh, this is good. This is a good song right here. Alright, Aisho. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. I'm the reason why you're working on your Zerker, Vlad. I mean, now's a good time to do so, now that he has all his buffs now. When did Scotty come out in JP? Next year for us. Komakan. I think that wiki even states that Ikazuchi is on 8-1. I could be wrong, but anyways. Did I see your message? Where did you message me? Twitch or Discord? Because I don't have Discord up. If it's on my Discord, just wait for me to get off stream, which is gonna be pretty soon. Ikazuchi's the red hair one. Oh, okay. I think Inazuma's the blue haired one then. If that's the case, if he's trying to go for Ikazuchi, then yeah, maybe it's 8-2. Must have confused them then. Is the rate for primordial Lunugo here bad? No, it's actually pretty good. It's actually very good. I think it's just as good as Hearts from yesterday. So, if you need Lunugo if you need a Lunugo pretty quickly, then this quest is actually pretty good. Would definitely recommend. Yeah, headshot. I don't know where you messaged me through. Did you message me through Twitch or Discord? Cause I don't have a Twitch notification here. I don't think. Yeah, I don't have a message here. 'Wanted to link you a song I think you'd enjoy, then you can just link it straight away. I have links enabled. So, Fang drops yesterday were amazing. They were pretty good, yeah. Yeah. Hearts and Fangs, they're actually both of them were actually pretty good. 100-ish runs, no hearts. I'm not sure how that's true. Because apparently the rate for hearts yesterday was like 33%. That's actually very good, considering the fact that our best heart node ever has been around 40% at DaVinci rerun or the DaVinci event. So trying to go 100, I don't know about 100 runs no hearts. I think you're exaggerating, John Alter. Given your name, I'm not really that surprised, but that aside, because I think I grinded that basically all day earlier today, and let's see, how many hearts do I have? I started out at like 170, and I ended up with almost 250. So I don't know about that, man. I ever got were cookies and XP. I guess then your luck. I guess you just didn't get lucky. Then I don't know. I don't know. I just if you really did run it 100 times, I just don't see with how good the heart drop rate was yesterday. I just don't see how that's possible with 100 runs no hearts. I don't know about that one, man. But maybe better luck next time. I don't know. By that point, you might as well just farm hearts at Shinjuku, and that's like what 10%. So, anyways, that's uh that's gonna do it for me. I've farmed all the Lunigold that I want today. I think that's all the ones that I wanted for New York Caster. I'll farm the rest during Christmas Lotto. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna call it a night there because I said this would be a short stream. So there you have it. Got what I wanted, and we out of here, boys. We out of here. So thanks for stopping by, and we will see you guys next time. I should be back tomorrow for Kets rolling, so tune in for that. But in the meantime, we'll see you guys later, and hope you guys have a good rest of your night, evening, afternoon, wherever you guys are. And yeah, we'll be chilling. Thanks for watching, guys.